Hi, my name's Dave James. In the first two videos we spoke about getting your flash off camera. Now that we got it off camera, we're going to take a look at the Lighting 102 exercises from David Hobby. He runs a blog at strobist.blogspot.com, and in the first two exercises just basically we're going to try to get comfortable with our flash and just take a look at a few ways and how it works and what kind of results we're going to get. For the first segment, basically it's just we're going to take our flash, we're going to set it up, we're going to take a couple test shots to try to get our exposure the way we want it. For this we're going to use the aperture for our exposure. Right now I have my flash right here on the stand with a eBay trigger. I've got it set at 1/16 power. ISO 100, which gives us an aperture of 5.6 at roughly 1.5 meters. So I got my camera, of course, at ISO 100. My sync speed is at my camera's max sync speed right now, which is 1/200th. So I'm just going to set it up and we'll take a couple shots. First part of the exercise, we're going to take the flash. We're going to get it to almost on axis with the camera. So I'm going to bring it in right beside me. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of room here right now. But if you have more room, try to get the flash maybe even almost behind you, as if it were almost on camera. So basically all we're looking at here is how the shadows are moving if we move our flash. Now I'm going to move the flash over just a little bit. Try to keep the same distance. If you don't really have that much room to work with, like I don't right now right here, you might have to adjust your aperture for getting the proper exposure. You shouldn't have to change your flash power settings at all. Just practice working with the with your aperture to get proper exposure. So I'm just going to take it around a little bit more. Even actually, I'm going to move it up a bit. So that's it for the first assignment. The basic premise of that assignment is to just get an idea of what happens as you move your lighting around the object that you're photographing. Basically, just practice this, take a lot of shots, move the light all the way around your object, different angles, and when you look at your pictures, just pay attention to where the shadows are falling and how the lighting affects the object as you move it around the object. That's the basic premise of that exercise. The second exercise is fairly basic as well. Basically all we're going to do is we're going to start with our flash further away from an object, and we're going to move it closer to the object, and we're going to pay attention to what happens to the lighting on the background. Right now we just have a plain white backdrop set up, and it's a pretty basic exercise, so we'll give it a try. This is basically how it would go. First we're going to start with the flash about as far away as I can get it right now in the space that I have available. And then we're going to slowly move it closer. Again, for this exercise, we're just going to take a couple test shots to get our exposure the way we want it. And to do that, we're going to use our aperture again. Basically, as we move the light closer, we will have to reduce our aperture to keep the subject that we're photographing at a proper exposure level. And as we do this, we're going to pay attention to what happens to the light that's falling on the background. So that's the first two shots. So now we're just going to move our light in a little bit closer. Now we're going to move it in even closer. I'm going to bring it in. Actually going to bring it right up in very close now. Going to bump our aperture way up. And that's basically it for this exercise. In this exercise, when I had the flash furthest away, I was running f4, and at my closest position that we just had, I was at f11. And you can see the effect that that had on the background. And that's it for the second assignment. That's two very simple basic assignments to get out and try and practice. For all the information regarding these assignments and for any more information, please visit David Hobby's blog at strobist.blogspot.com. And that's about it. Thanks a lot. Take care.